Good morning, students. Today I am going to give you an introduction on Rabindranath's poem, Heaven of Freedom. This poem is taken from Gitanjali, which means song offerings, and is a collection of 103 English poems of Tagore, which are translated by himself from Bengali with an introduction by W.B. Yeats. In this poem, Tagore expresses his vision for a utopian India. He wishes his countrymen to move ahead, always taking guidance from the omniscient God until India is converted into a heaven of freedom. Tagore expresses his vision of India as a heaven where there is freedom of thought, spirit, faith, speech, which will lead to the inner perfection of the self. This is one of Tagore's simple poems in which the poet draws the picture of a free nation without any boundaries. It can be seen as an idealistic vision of India. The poem is like an offering to God, a prayer where the poet prays for a country which is a heaven of freedom. He prays for an atmosphere of fearlessness, a place where people can walk without any fear of being arrested. Now, during the British rule in India, people had lost their freedom in all spheres. They had no self-respect and were divided on the basis of religion, caste, creed, color, so that British colonizers could rule over Indians for a longer period of time. They followed the policy of divide and rule. The poet in the poem imagines and refers to a nation where the people can hold their head high and have dignity and self-respect. The poem presents Tagore's patriotic feelings. It deals with the norms and dogmas which are very necessary to get heavenly freedom. So the title, Freedom of Heaven, is very apt and suggestive. By freedom, poet means the liberty of free and open expression of one's soul, freedom of thought, freedom of ideas, and freedom of expression. The poet's concept is philosophical, which shows creation of freedom rather than enjoyment of freedom.